Today is the Cambridge International AS and A level paper, and this paper is basically May June 2020. So let's start the paper. This is basically the formulas given. Now, first question is state one similarity and one difference between distance and displacement. So, how to
Distance
elaborate?
about
Yes, yes, yes,
distance is the shortest area. The shortest area between 2 points. सही है?
yes. Now, in this,
Distance is distance.
basically, we have
And
to
the
write
distance.
one similarity and one difference between distance and displacement. So the similarity is
Distance both are distance is scalar. Displacement is vector.
yes. So the one similarity between distance and displacement is that both have magnitude. The similarity is both have magnitude. And the difference is that is the distance is a scalar quantity. Difference is distance
Distance has a vector. The distance has no vectors, whereas
yes
so
distance is
displacement
scalar.
has.
Yes, well, exactly. Distance is scalar quantity while displacement is displacement is vector quantity. So these are the two basic difference between scalar and sorry distance and displacement. So the second question is 1b. So I have to clear it. Now the second is a student have taken several measurements of same quantity. So how to describe what is meant by high precision and high accuracy. So high precision basically means the measurement have a small range, and the high and the low accuracy means the measurement is not close to the true value. So I have to write down that high precision means, is this clear? High precision means
Yes, sir.
measurement, just write it down quickly. Measurement, high precision mean measurement have small range.
तो मतलब लो है तो मतलब ज्यादा होगी फिर
Yes,
range.
yes, yes. The low precision means having large range. Range mean basically the difference between 2 points is the range. So high precision means the difference between two measurements have small basically range. So this is means high precision, and low precision mean measurement is not close to. Low accuracy mean measurement is not close to, not close to true value. This is basically, is this done?
Yes, sir.
So this is the question number one. So moving towards question number two. Define Newton's first law of motion. So please define Newton's first law
Object
of
is
motion.
that motion. Then object is that motion. It remains that motion until unless an external
Force act on it. Yes, yes, yes. Definitely right. You are right. So this is basically Newton's first law that a body continues at rest or continuously constant velocity unless acted upon a resulting force. So this is basically Newton's first law of motion. Now the second question is, a cycle is pulled in a straight line along the horizontal ground attached to a kite. So this is a cycle mass that is 89 kg, and this is the angle that is 26. This is a wire and this is the kite. The mass of the cycle is 89 kg. The wire is at angle 29, and the variation is this one. This is basically the variation with respect to time, that the time when t equals to 0, the velocity is 2 meter and it increases from z2 to 4.2 and 4.3, and then there must be a constant velocity from 3 to 5. So using 2.2, that is this figure that is graph, determine the distance moved by cycle from point t0, that is time 0, to time 5, that is from here to here. We have to find the distance, that is s. So how to find s? The distance basically depends on two things. First, this distance is, first we have to first we have to make our graph like that. So there must be one region is rectangular region. This is my region number first, and the second is the rectangular region. Is this clear?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it is this clear or not? This is basically the triangular region, and the second is the rectangular region. But this region travels from here to here, that it must have the total area, that is this one. This is triangular plus this one, and this is rectangular. So how to find the total distance? Sorry.
तो
So
सकता
total,
है देखिए जो वो हाइट है वो ट्राइंगल की वो 2.4 हो जाएगी, सही है।
yes,
और
बिल्कुल.
बेस है
This
बोथ
this
3 है 3।
basically this point is basically 4.4, 4.4, because every block is zero point 0.2. So this is basically 4.4. Now for first region, I am this is my first region, that is this complete region in my first region, and this is my second region. So for distance s, total distance s equals to, now this is a basically a trapezoidal shape, so it must be half into the total, basically the parallel distance, that is this one. Here is the formula of trapezoid. Trapezoid means that the half into sum of the parallel sides. This side, these are the two parallel sides. This one, I just have to change the color. This is the first side, and this is the second side, parallel side. So we
सर
will
आई थिंक देखिए जो ट्राइंगल और वो जो रेक्टेंगल है उन दोनों को ऐड करना होगा, आई थिंक
yes,
वही
yes,
कर रहा
yes,
हूँ।
definitely. Basically, this shape is a trapezoidal shape. So for a trapezoidal shape, the formula is half into the parallel length, that is 2. This is 2. This length is 2. And this length is 4.4 into the vertical,
8.4 आ रहा है
into in multiply by the horizontal distance covered, that is 3. This is basically is the area of trapezoid formula. So basically it's a trapezoidal shape. Now the second shape is just a rectangular. So for rectangular shape, it must be the height is 4.4 and the width is 2. So it must be 4.4 multiplied by 2. So this is the total distance. Is this clear or not?
यस सर। सर मेरा आंसर आ रहा है 8.4 मीटर। मैंने को मार्किंग स्कीम सेंड किया है।
The distance, what the answer is, because I don't open the marking sheet due to a screen share. The answer is,
मैंने जैसे मैं मार्किंग स्कीम चेक के बगैर कर रहा हूँ सब कुछ, विदाउट चेकिंग मार्किंग स्कीम।
yes. No, do it by calculator. Do it by calculator, Abdullah. Fast. Be fast.
हाँ गलत आ रहा है मेरा।
Your answer is incorrect. Why?
हाँ तो सॉरी 4.4 ही लेना था, तो सॉरी 2.4 ले गया था मैंने। मेरा था वो 2 और 4 वो 4.4 को सब्ट्रैक्ट करना है बस। ठीक है।
this value is 2 multiplied 2 plus 4.4 equals 6.4 multiplied by 3, that is 19.2 divided by 2, that equals to 9.6 plus this 4.4 multiplied by 2 equals to 8.8. Why you are taking so much time? The total distance equals to 18 meter. What is the difficulty in this question? It is so simple.
That's very difficult. There's some these values in for interest.
Okay, is this clear? I am going to erase it. Okay. Okay. Now, for the second part, use the figure 2, Sam, this figure, that is graph, to show that the acceleration is equal to this one. Now we have to show the acceleration equals to this one, as just putting the value acceleration equals to change in velocity divided by the change in time. So the change in velocity, what the velocity change is, basically it is the change in velocity basically happens from 4.4 to 2. Okay, from t equals to 2 seconds, that is from 2 seconds, so it must be equals to 4.4, that is just a minute, it must be 4.4, it is the upper final velocity minus initial velocity, that is 2, divided by the time, so the time must be,
5 seconds.
yes, now 5, that is the final limit, and the initial limit, that be t minus 2. So for t equals to minus 2, so it must be 4.4 minus 2 divided, that is 2.2 divided by 3. Is this
Point
clear?
4 हो जाएगा sir. Point
2.2 sorry 2.4 divided by 3. 4.4 minus 2 equals 2.4 divided by 3. So this might be our required answer. Is this clear?
yes sir.
Now the third one is the tension in the wire at t equals to 2 second equals to 240 Newton. Calculate the horizontal component of the tension force acting on the shaker. So how to find the horizontal component of force? So horizontal component of force, how to find, Abdullah? So this is my resultant force, that is this one. Sorry. Uh, this is my that is force, that is, so horizontal mean this one, so horizontal is basically is the base, so base equals to cos theta, so it's equals to just the putting the value, so the value of this one force given is 240, and this value is 240 cos of theta, so 240 cos theta, that is angle given is 28, so the horizontal component equals to 240 into cos 28 degree. Is this clear? This is
2.12. 2.11.
so
211.
so this value, how much the value is?
211.9.
211.9. So the answer is 211.9. The second part is the total resistive force acting on the shaker in the horizontal direction. So we have to find the reaction in the horizontal. So the total reaction must be equals to that two things. First the resultant horizontal component on horizontal direction, basically the horizontal component force, that is basically 211 point something, I am taking 211, and the second force basically is the resultant force equals to the value, that is 0.80, that is the acceleration. Just a minute, I have to erase it. First resultant must be,
So समझ गया F equal DF minus RF equals MA वाला लगेगा formula.
yes, exactly. So MA, that is resultant, basically is the just the force. So resultant is the force. Resultant must be mass equals to 89 and the acceleration equals to 0.80. Abdullah, kindly multiply 89 with 0.80. Multiply 89 with 0.80.
0.80.
Yes.
अच्छा वो acceleration 0.48 नहीं आ रही थी क्या इसकी?
No, 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 no. When we are dividing 2.4 divided by 3, the answer is 0.80. Abdullah. Kindly check it.
Okay, क्या है?
Correct it. Correct the value. Correct the value.
Oh my God. Sorry for 2 से हो गया 3 5 6
Please multiply 89 with
हाँ हो
0.80.
गया सर हो गया वो जी हो गया सर अब I think
It's equals to 71. So 80. The total force must be 211 minus 71. So this value equals to 1, around about 140. So this value is equals to 140. Now the next one, part 4. So a cigar is not lifted upward by a gust of wind for a few seconds, move horizontally through the angle, this one, by how, yes, we have to find the vertical component. So what about the vertical? It's so easy. The vertical component with respect to the force applied, that is new tension. So tension basically equals to the vertical component. They say that tension equals to vertical component. Tension vertical component is nothing but T sine theta. So the value is T sine
just a minute sir just a minute अभी मैं देखता हूँ just give me a minute
theta. So this must be T sine 45 degree. And this tension must be equals to the force applied. So this must be M into G. So the value of M and G is basically, the value of mg is 89 and the value of G is 9.8 equals to, we have to find the value of T. So T must be, this must be divided by sine 45. So T, this value basically equals to 1200 Newton. Is this clear or not, Abdullah?
uh, yes sir just a minute मैं copy कर लूँ जरा
Yes, yes, yes. Write it down. Write it down.
right हो गया सर
Okay. Now the for question number 3, state the principle of moments. So what is
sum
basically,
of clockwise and anti-clockwise moment is equal
yes, the clockwise moment must be equals to the anti-clockwise moment. This is the easiest part. Now a bicycle shop, two wheels hang from horizontal uniform rod, that is AC, as shown in figure. This is the AC and these are the two wheels hang on the AC and the weight must be applied to this one. This is the weight of the rod, that is 90 Newton, and this is the respective distance of between the forces. So by taking moment at point A, now what is basically he's saying? He's saying that taking a rigid point here, that is taking fix this point and take moment, that is summation of moment at point A equals to 0. So how to show that the weight of the wheel is, so we have to show that the weight of wheel is 14 kg by taking moment at point and A. Now first when we are taking this point as a rigid point, so what will be the what will happen? So if we take this, for example, first is this one, that is the w. This w is the clockwise, that is it must have negative sign. This force is clockwise or negative sign, and distance between them is 0.45. Then the second is 19 Newton. This is also downward, that is clockwise, so it must have negative sign. Negative 19 into distance basically is 1.40 plus 0.45. The distance must be 1.85. So the distance is 1.85. Now the second wheel is, this wheel is also downward, that is clockwise, and the distance is now the distance is uh, this distance is basically depends on two things, that its weight is nothing but it's equals to 1.85. Now there's a correction, one correction, that the distance from this point B to here is not 1.5. This is basically distance, that is 0.45. So first we have to minus 1.45 minus 0.45. So this distance must be 0.95. 0.95, and then this will multiply sum with this. So this basically 19 must be multiplied by the distance, that is 1.3 something. Now the last one is basically this force, that is clockwise, anti-clockwise, that is upward. So this must have counterclockwise, so there must be a positive sign in between, that is positive. How much positive? 22. And the total distance is 0.75 plus 1.40 plus 0.45. So the distance is this one 2 point, and this is 2.15 and 2.6. So this is 2.6, and there must be a negative sign in there. So by using this, we find that the weight equals to, by simplifying, weight equals to 14 Newton. Is this clear or not?
यस मतलब कि जो इक्वल जीरो होगा ना तो यहाँ पर था
Yes, yes, it equals to 0. And then just simplification, by using simplification method, we find the value of W. Is this clear or not?
जस्ट मुझे कॉपी
Yes, yes, yes. I'm giving you 1 minute, copy it. Yes, done.
नॉट
Done or not? I'm going to erase it because it. Is this done or not?
नो सर तो कैलकुलेशन कंप्लीट
Okay. So the next question is, determine the magnitude and the direction of the force on the rod. Now we have to find the force. So this force is basically, we calculated that the weight is nothing but it's equals to 22. Is this clear? The weight equals to, weight equals to 14 Newton. So we have to find the resultant force. So how to find the resultant force? Resultant force is nothing but it's equals to the downward is, that is it's 19 plus 14 plus 14, and there must be an inverse, that is minus 22. So the resultant force is this must be equals to 25. Is this clear or not? This is basically is the resultant force that is acting on the bar. First is the value of W equals to 14 Newton, that is downward. Second, the weight of the bar, that is 19 Newton. Third, again there is a wheel weight, that is 14 Newton, and then there is a force applied due to cord, so it is 22 Newton. So all the values are positive downward and negative upward. So by taking this, we find the resultant force. Is this clear? Is this clear or not?
इसको just second दोबारा repeat कीजिएगा।
Yes, I am repeating it again that uh, when I am taking the resultant forces, so resultant, when I am taking the resultant forces, so this is the bar, this is my bar. So this bar has a weight. This is given 19 Newton, 19 Newton, and the wheel has, we calculate that wheel weight is 14 Newton, and second wheel is also 14 Newton, and there is a force acting upward due to cord, that is 22 Newton. So the vertically downward we taking as negative due to the force due to gravity, and there's a negative due to the reverse of the reaction of gravity. So this must be, resultant force must be equals to, this is positive, 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 and this must be negative. So positive 14, positive 19, positive 14, and negative 22. So the answer of this is 25 Newton. Is this clear? Now it's clear or not? I'm going to raise it. Done? Is it done or not?
ये
So this is the end of this. So
इसका
okay,
डायरेक्शन क्या था नीचे
direction is downward, downward due to acceleration acting. That is acceleration due to gravity. So the magnitude is 25 and direction is vertically downward. Now for question number C, uh, the chord is length, that is 0.25 extended, and the length is this one. So we have to state that this suggests that the chord obeys Hooke's law. So what is the Hooke's law? Hooke's law states that F equals to kx. According to Hooke's law, F equals to kx. So this means that the extension is 0, that the extension means the value of x is 0 when force is 0, simply. So state and explain the chord obeys Hooke's law. So Hooke's law states that force is directly proportional directly proportional to extension. Extension means stretching or compression. So the extension is basically the value of x. So F is directly proportional to x. So this is basically is the F equals to kx. So when x equals to 0, when x equals to 0, so the extension regarding the Hooke's law also, because F equals to kx, so putting x equals to 0, so F equals to 0. So when x equals to 0, F equals to 0. Is this clear? Is this clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the second question is you have to calculate the spring constant of the cord. This is basically we have to calculate the spring constant, that is K. Okay. So as we know that F equals to Ks according to Hooke, and K equals to F upon X. So what will be the force? Force basically is the final force, that is 60 minus initial force. 60 minus 0 equals to 60, and whole divided by the extension. Now the total extension when 60 equals, it is 1, and at 0 it is
0.75.
0. Yes,
0.75.
yes. So it 1 minus 0.25, that is 0.75. So it equals to 60 upon 0.75. Kindly calculate it. What will be the value?
0.75 RS.
Yes. So 60 divided by
मैं खुद
0.75.
calculate
60 divided by 0.75. 60.
80 Newton meter per meter.
Yes, 80 Newton per meter. So this is the basically is the value. Is this clear? Yes. So the
Yes,
next
sir.
one is the last one on the figure. The area area that is relative burden to extend the cord when the extension is increased from force 0 to this one. So now the force is increased. This is just 1 mark question. So when force is increased, when force is increased, area, the area shaded region between area, we have to find the area shaded region. Shaded region between length equals to 0.25 to length equals to 0.75. So why we have taken, now the force basically is 0 to 40 Newton. So where is the value that is 0 and 40 Newton? Now this one from graph, this is 0 and this is 40. Basically this point. So this point shows that the value is,
तो सर मतलब ये जो ट्रायंगल बन रहा है इसको शेड करना है.
yes, 0.75. So we just describe the values of length. So when there is a limit that is 0 to 40 Newton, so there the length must be 0.25 to 0.75. Is this clear?
Yes, sir. हो गया पूरा.
Okay. So this might be the end of question number 3. So
तो क्वेश्चन 4 करके कर लेंगे.